So transitioning to a low-waste minimal lifestyle has improved my life in many, many ways. And today I want to talk about some ways it has saved me money by sharing 15 things I no longer buy. First, I'm going to talk about some personal care items, and then I'm going to talk about some household items, and then just some miscellaneous items. First up is makeup. I used to wear makeup when I was younger to hide my acne, as many of us will do. And even now, since my skin has gotten much better in the last few years, I was still kind of doing the no makeup look. I mean, it got to the point where even when I was home alone and wasn't gonna see anybody, I would kind of like put on some concealer, mascara, whatever, because that's how I thought I should look. It was kind of like putting a filter on every day. So with the pandemic, I've stopped wearing makeup recently because I'm not seeing anybody, and I've kind of learned to love what I look like barefaced. And I still have some makeup for any occasions that arise, that I feel like it, that I want to play with it. But in general, I have learned to like how I look without it, and I don't feel the need to buy any more of it, and I probably won't for a long time. Next up is nail accessories, nail polish. I used to paint my nails pretty often when I was younger, but then I learned about ingredients in it that seemed a little iffy. So that's why I first got rid of nail polish, and I just kept a few and I would wear those. But I'm the kind of person where as soon as it chips, I need to take it off. Like, I can't have chipped nail polish. And the upkeep of that has gotten to be a bit much, and I realized that I just don't need it. So I no longer have any nail polish or nail file or buffer or anything. I just have my nail clippers that has like a little metal file attached to it, and that's about it. Also, because I rock climb a lot, and nail polish doesn't go well with rock climbing at all. Next is hair products, clips, bands, tools, gadgets. I pretty much just wash my hair and let it air dry. Yeah, that's about it. I sometimes will make my own flaxseed gel if I want to bring more waves out in my hair. But otherwise, I've just kind of learned to take care of my hair so that it can look its best naturally, and that's what works for me. I realize everyone has different hair types, everyone's hair needs different tools, products, etc. But I'm fortunate that my hair is pretty low maintenance. So yeah, I've stopped buying clips and hair ties. I've had the same like bobby pins, clips, and hair ties for years, maybe going on a decade now, and I just kind of take care of them and keep them in a safe place, so I probably won't need to buy them for a long time, if ever. Yeah, maybe never. I also don't buy pads or tampons. I've switched to a menstrual cup for the most part, and then I also have a pair of period underwear that I wear usually at night. And I realize that these products don't work for everyone. I can link a period product video so you can find the option that maybe works for you if you're interested. But the cup will last me about 10 years as long as I take good care of it. I think it was a $30 purchase. So instead of buying tampons every month, I don't have to buy another one of these for another 7 years, 8 years. And that's pretty cool. And last, for the like personal care items, I don't buy single-use skincare anymore. And I'm really thinking about face masks because they just seem so wasteful to me. And there's like product on them. So I don't know why we just can't put the product straight on our face. Why do we need the paper or plastic thing? But also like cotton balls, cotton pads, all that. I just have a washcloth, and I know there's like reusable cotton pads, cotton rounds that you can buy too. I'm good with my washcloth. I'm lazy. I don't feel like purchasing more. But yeah, I have some skincare products that I use, but they're all in glass and not single use. All right, next up for stuff around the house, I don't buy paper towels anymore. I just use towels or rags, and those work totally fine. In a similar vein, I don't buy napkins anymore. I keep a reusable napkin in my backpack that comes in handy very often. I spill a lot. I'm actually trying to turn an old stained dress into a bunch of reusable napkins. Kind of forgot about that project until now. I also don't buy Tupperware or Ziplocs or cling film, plastic film. I just have found other ways to store my food, whether it's face down on a plate, if it's a vegetable that's cut in half, or in an old pasta sauce jar, or in old plastic Tupperware, honestly. I also have some silicone bags that were gifted to me by some family members that I can reuse for a long time. I also don't buy cleaning products. I make my own, usually with vinegar, baking soda, and water in different amounts, and it has worked well for me for a few years now. I've really enjoyed not breathing in all the fumes from really harsh store-bought cleaning products. I also saved a lot of money by doing that because baking soda and vinegar are pretty cheap and they last a really long time, and they can be used for so many different things, so I don't have to buy a bunch of specialty items that cost a lot more. And last, for the home things, I don't buy specialty decorations. I don't buy things for Valentine's Day to hang up on my walls, or St. Patrick's Day, or Halloween. I just don't feel the need, and I don't want the clutter and all the plastic and the glitter. I have a few sentimental decorations for Christmas that have been given to me over the years, and I will obviously continue to love and cherish those. And I'm thinking maybe this year I'll make my own kind of Christmassy decorations because I just love how cozy it is. I just don't want to really purchase them, so maybe I'll do a video about that. And then in my miscellaneous section of things I don't buy new school supplies or office supplies. I always used to buy a bunch of matching notebooks and folders and pens and everything every year, and I mean, if the folders fall apart, that's one thing, but it's really the notebooks I bought would never get fully used. It would be half used and I would just get a new notebook. So now this is my one main notebook that I use for journaling, for school, for just writing, and it's a refillable one, so I can just get a new paper notebook. There are no staples or anything. It just is held by this string, and I don't have to buy new notebooks. I just have to get new refills, and I can fully recycle these if I want to. And this is leather. I got it before I went vegan. It was a gift, and even though it is leather, I'm going to love and cherish it and make it last as long as I can. For pens and things like that, I'm gonna use the couple of pens that I've had for years until they run out. And then the plan is to buy a fountain pen that I can refill with ink so that I will just have one forever pen. Next is new tech. I will not be buying the new iPhone. Shocker. I know. No, I only upgrade my phones when they literally won't turn on anymore. I just got a new computer charger because my old one stopped working. I found it used. It's a little dingy, a little yellowed, but it works, and it was cheaper than a new one. So I recommend looking around for used tech. I also, my computer it's getting up there in age, and the battery is a bit sad. So instead of going out and buying a new computer, I'm just getting a new battery and I'm going to replace it myself, and I am going to make it last as long as possible. Apps. My goal is to use my phone less, and I have canceled the few apps that I was paying for that I wasn't really using because I don't want to be on my phone as much, and I don't want to spend money on things that I'm only using every now and then. There's plenty of good free apps out there. There's plenty of online resources instead. So instead of paying $15 a month for a fitness app, I'm just gonna go on YouTube and find some fitness things, fitness videos. And there's plenty out there. I don't need to pay that much. So I've stopped buying apps. Fast fashion, and honestly most clothes in general. I just don't really go clothes shopping, hardly ever anymore. If I do, it's usually at the Goodwill, like a consignment store or other thrift stores. But truly, I am comfortable with the wardrobe I have right now, and I don't feel the need to buy a lot of clothes, like, ever. And last but not least are those subscription boxes. The one I see all the time that people are promoting is FabFitFun. The one I had in college was Fabletics, and truthfully, I hit the skip month more often than I purchase things, and when I did purchase them, I spent too much money on clothing that didn't last, styles that didn't last, and it just, every month it's like, buy me, buy me, buy me, and that's not really the mentality that I want to have anymore. So I just canceled all those. Even I've seen like eco-friendly subscription boxes on Instagram and stuff. How eco-friendly can it be if it's wanting you to buy things every month? That's my question. Thanks for listening, y'all. These are just some of the things that I have not put money towards. There's many others. Hit subscribe and like this video if you haven't, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.